This is just my highlighted version of creating a Google form. I'm going to try to go quick, but these are all my folders in my Google Drive. If you want to create inside a folder, you want to make sure you double click on one of your folders, and then you will hit New. And of course, here's all of your different options in your Google Drive. You can upload here. Google Docs is like Word, Google Sheets like Excel, Google Slides like PowerPoint. Go to More, and here's Google Forms. Google Forms is basically just a survey that feeds a spreadsheet. So anytime you want to make a spreadsheet input data, this is just a quick way to do that, and a quick way to have students or parents or colleagues or anybody feed a spreadsheet for you in a quick way. So first thing you want to do is give yourself a title, and I'll just put up here sample form. When you click here, notice that it just kind of fills in my title for me. You can give yourself or give your form a description, you know, to explain to parents or to students what they're doing here on this form. Then you're just going to add questions. It's very user-friendly here. There's lots of different options of questions. My first question is probably going to be a name question. What is your name? Keep in mind that this is feeding a spreadsheet. If you want to be able to sort your spreadsheet by last name, then you're going to want to be very specific on this question right here. You may want to make two questions. What's your last name? What's your first name? The type of question that would be is a short answer. They're just going to enter a small answer there. Probably want to make this required. Just click it. There's no sliding. You can delete it if you change your mind. You can duplicate the question, and you can come up here and add another question. My next question might be something with a multiple choice. Okay, so multiple choice works for me here, and you're just going to click on these options and go in and make your options here. Okay, and I'm going to make that a required question. And that's really all I want to ask today. So when you feel good about that, you can go up here, and if you don't like this purple defaulted color, you can come up here to your color palette. You can change colors. You can come here and get lots of customized themes to put in. There's so much here. You'll get caught up right here, I'm sure, just like I do. So I could go in, make my theme, select, and it's going to change that pretty quickly. I can, with each question, I also have the option to add an image. Look how easy it is to add an image in here. You could search, you know, Google's known for their search, so real quick search, you could find a picture that's already in your Google Drive, so that's easy, or you could upload a picture, so lots of different ways to add a picture with your Google form. You can add a video in your Google form. So that's pretty easy right there. I love this, if you want to make your form a quiz for students, you can come in here, let's see, it's right here, and nope, let's see, I want to go in here, and you want to click quizzes, and look, you have the option to just click and make this a quiz. So let's turn around and make that a quiz real fast. And you can decide what respondents are going to see, and you're about to have the option for point value. Do you want them to see immediately after each submission, or do you want them to see later their grade? So we're going to save that. Once you've decided to make that a quiz, look down here, answer key pops up. When the answer key pops up for that question, you'll go in and you're going to decide which one is the correct answer. You have to give it a correct answer. And then you have to give it a point value, probably 1. It's going to be raw points, so you know, if they miss 4 out of 5, it's going to calculate their score. All right, and you can choose the answer feedback. I love this. So on incorrect answers, what would you like them to see? You know, sorry you got your answer incorrect, and here's a short video clip to watch to help you understand this concept again. I love this feature that Google has brought in here for quizzes. Okay, I'm going to go back to my questions, and I guess I have to do this. Let's see. Okay, so I'm back on my form now. When you feel good about your questions, you feel good about your the way it looks and everything. You can come up here and preview it and see what it's going to look like when you send this out. And you can see that these little asterisks mean that it's a required question. That's where they'll go to submit. Okay, I'm going to go back to the pencil, edit my question, because we are not finished yet. So we want to make sure that you go up here and check these settings. These are huge. So do you want to restrict this to Forsyth County users? Students, yes. Colleagues, yes. But if you're sending this out to parents, you don't want to have a check in that box. Okay, do you want them to be able to edit after they submit? Do you want them to be able to see a summary of responses? Okay, come over here to presentation. It's defaulting to this, which is nice. During open house, it did not default to this and created some problems. You want to, if you're using this to have on a desktop for parents when they come into your classroom, you want a link to be able to show to submit another response. This is what we have in the hub when kids come in to sign in to the media center. There's always a link for the next person so they can start their form over again. So that's important if you want that link to show. Okay, you can personalize your response here, so that's a nice little thing to have. And the last little thing to look at is, and you may not be interested in this, so you can cut the video at this point, or the audio at this point, but right here, if you've made a form and you want to share your form with colleagues, but you don't want your colleagues and their students to feed your spreadsheet, then what you want to do is come in here to more. You want to add collaborators. And when you add collaborators, you're going to see a link to give that says edit sharing. But right here is really important where it says private, only you can access. You want to change that. And you want to say anybody in Forsyth County District can have access to collaborating. And of course, it's not anybody, it's the people that you give the link to. You want to save that. All right, and now it's open for them. This is the link that you will go in here and you will copy this link. And let's see if I can make you see this. You want to copy this link, and I'm only opening a doc right now so that you can see what you might put in your email to another teacher or to a colleague. But when you paste the link, notice that the link has edit and sharing. All you have to do is backspace right here and then write the word copy. And this is what you will send to a teacher to make a copy of that form. What it does is it forces someone else to make a copy of your form and they can't feed your spreadsheet. So I'm going to go into a new tab here and I'm going to paste that so you can see what that looks like. And what it does is it sends this, when they click on the link, it says, would you like to make a copy of this form? They'll make a copy, and then that's their own form. And they'll create their own spreadsheet using that link. So I'm going to go back to my form really quick and make sure that I covered how to create that spreadsheet with you. To make that spreadsheet, you'll click responses here. And right here, this little green icon is your spreadsheet. You want to click that, and you want to hit create a new spreadsheet. Okay. Here, select an existing spreadsheet. That you're not going to use very often unless you're feeding the same spreadsheet over and over, maybe pre-test, post-test data when you're trying to enter for students, and you want to feed, post-test data to a pre-test spreadsheet and have it on the same one. But if you're creating this for the very first time, you're probably doing this one for the first time. Once you hit create, it says spreadsheet was linked. You can now go back to your Google Drive and you can see right here that here's my sample form and here is the spreadsheet that it created. You can always find it right next to it. And so there that is, and once they start entering their data or submitting through their form, it's going to feed this spreadsheet for you. So that's basically my highlighted version of forms, and we will get into sheets next time. Thanks.